Hi, have you ever thought, is it possible to make a horror game with a delivery sim? No, and me too, until I saw the sim of Ludum Dare 53. For those who don't know, this is such an event where developers make a game from scratch in a short period of time. This time I had only 2 days to make a game. The theme of the jam was, as you already understood, delivery, and this time I wanted to practice in horror making and make true horror game. To begin with, we need to decide what horror actually is. Is it a lot of jump scares, or maybe it is only walking mechanic or something else? As Wikipedia writes, this genre it is centered on horror fiction and too long. Okay, I understand it's more like a game that scares the player with something. And now I have not to do without an idea.
2,000 years later.
And I came up on. The player is in a corridor with 4 rooms and 4 items that periodically change their location. The player's task is to deliver all the objects to their first positions as quickly as possible until a certain time runs out. And here I can make an action out of this, or can make a horror. And the whole point is that, in fact, in many respects, this horror or action depends on the visual design and not on the key mechanics, specifically in my case. So how we can get a horror? Darkness. Understand this is not just an obvious thing that should be present in every horror game. This is a tool for creating incomprehensibility. The player does not know if the item have changed or not. No one will say about it. The danger is not visible, so darkness creates unknown. The next element is music, and here you will probably be surprised that to create this game I never opened FL Studio or any other music creation software. So what music have I used? In fact, I would not call it the word music, rather ambience. The whole game plays the sound of ventilation, and this introduces the player into something similar to hypnosis, and very soon this sound begins to unnerve the player and creates tension. Yes, the fear here is achieved by 2 simple elements, but the way they work together and make the repetitive process scary, it's amazing and fantastic. I got some feedbacks that said the game is really scary, and by this way I think the main goal is achieved. Of course, the game has some problems, and the main thing is that the balance of time is slightly disrupted by the fact that the player spends 7 minutes in the game, and due to the fact that the process of being in the game is tense. This becomes quite a lot, and time experience probably will not have there. It would also be nice to make save zones more gameplay connected that make player calm work, but it needs additional work, and I just have no time to do this. I mean, not only when there is some voice in the background, but also in terms of gameplay, and seems to be save zones. Also, a game has a small story that can be developed as a whole, and I would like to speak about it, but have little hope that game will receive some attention and probably complete it. This will be a theme for the next video, so load the game. You can find the link in the description, put likes, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, goodbye.